I want to hear the loudest cheer so that the world can hear how strong Boston is and that this is the greatest marathon in the world.
There was something about Boston, I think, you know, after what happened in 2013 and then going there in 2014 and kind of witnessing it firsthand, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And it was either that or I just wouldn't do a marathon right now. So Teddy's team, it's a part of the American Heart and American Stroke Association, so it's their, they do both the marathon, but they do a couple other races, so it's their kind of endurance type fundraising. So it was formed in 2004. It was soon after Teddy Bruschi of the New England Patriots had his stroke, so he wanted to figure out a way to give back and fight back against disease and hopefully prevent others in the future from going through what he and his family went through. So he connected with the folks at the American Heart and American Stroke Association, decided that this would be something that he could get behind and he could support, so they started it back then. I lost my dad to a heart attack when I was a junior in high school, so I was 17. It was April of 2000. A really tough time in my life. I was just looking at schools. I got into Clark. I wasn't sure how I was going to pay for it. So Jay Lyons was one of the 6 firefighters that he lost his life during a major warehouse fire in December of 1999. I remember us like watching the news and driving on the highway and seeing like the smoke and the flames and just like waiting to hear what happened, and it took a few days for them to kind of recover. Unfortunately, you know, the firefighters that had lost their lives. A, they wanted to start a scholarship that would support you know, teenagers in the city and help them along in their college career, and then B, they wanted to do a road race to kind of help fund that and bring people together.
We're so proud that someone is out there with Jay's name tied to their education. I had the opportunity to be on Jordan Levy this week talking about the race, and Patricia Malios, who was the first recipient of the scholarship, came on the show with me and spoke of her experience and how appreciative she was to get a scholarship with Jay's name on it.
I think for me, having that connection to heart disease was really what drove me to join the team. And then, I mean, even for me personally, like knowing obviously the health benefits of running and kind of maintaining that kind of lifestyle, I obviously had to be super healthy. I was training, and then just kind of, you know, thinking, you know, my dad wasn't a healthy person. Like he smoked, he just wasn't healthy, unfortunately. So kind of wanting to counter that and make sure that I'm living my life as healthy as I can.
That star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Not only the top runners in the world, but 7,500 of Wave 1 runners behind them as they make their way into Boston.
It was just a horrible training season. So in that, and it prepared us for this. I think, not that I wanted to rain. I think the one thing I said I didn't want was rain. I remember, I think maybe being at, it's either like mile 24 or 24 and a half or something, so I took like a water break then, and I stretched out and stuff like that, and I remember just thinking like I want to run to the end. So I just remember like just running like as fast as my body would still allow me. It's like it almost felt like I was like floating and like watching myself kind of. I know that sounds corny, but I remember just like turning onto Hereford and like trying to like soak it all in and see like just experience like turning down there and then knowing I'd see the fire station and seeing the fire station on my right and people cheering and the firefighters outside and just like a horde of people standing there because they wanted to see people do the other turn. Literally like danced my way to the finish line. Like I was so excited to see the finish line in front of me, like, and I almost wish I could have just like done it in slow motion. It was just like, just every moment was amazing. Just you start and just like even though it was raining, like everyone was just happy. Like people, I didn't even though people were, you could tell that they were in pain, like I was in pain at certain parts, but it was just something that I'll never forget, ever.
They took away the prophet's dream for a prophet on the street. Now she's stronger than you know, a heart of steel starts to